Hi Aries, welcome to your May 2020 reading. We're going to just hop right into it. Obviously, you know that we're going to look into the beginning, middle, and then end of your May. We're going to see who's involved and then also like what you're feeling versus what's actually being shown throughout your May. So Aries, this is your card here. You can focus on your energy so you can kind of tune in and I can resonate with your energy a little bit more. So your focus for this month is the Moon card. So Moon is all about adapting. Moon is also about becoming in touch with what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. It also has things to do with your maternal relationship. But at the end of the day, it definitely has things to do with like just what you're comfortable with as a human, as a spirit. I would encourage you to look into what your moon sign is as far as like your natal chart. And if you don't know how to do all of that, there's websites that you can go on. I think for your moon sign, all you need is your birth date and like and your time zone that you were born in or something like that. But you don't need necessarily the time. Anyways, so yeah, if you need help, just email me lovefromaleo@gmail.com. So what Spirit wants you to know, we have heartache and loss. So again, with the Moon card, I definitely feel like there's some deep transformations that you're going to be going through. But I feel like these transformations have more to deal with like your feelings, like the part of yourself that you probably don't necessarily tap into. Let's just read what it has to say. All right, so heartache and loss. The meaning of this card revolves around disappointment, sorrow, and separation, which can cause upheaval and distress. It takes all the strength you have at this moment in order to move past the pain and heal your heart. The love that has been given to another should be focused on you now. Although you might look at this card as being negative, it can act as a tremendous catalyst encouraging you to move on. The painful experiences of life are just as valuable as the joyous ones. You may not appreciate that sentiment as this challenging time, but life does have a way of pushing you forward even though you may not always know the final direction. As you endure this period, learn not to dwell on the past, but use your strong mental control to deal with your emotions. Have faith in knowing that you will get through this. So Aries, obviously you're going through some tough issues in May. For some of you. Some of you may not be going through this, but maybe some of you are learning from your past hurts, you know? But I do feel like some of you are going through some really tough issues, but it's not just with love. Like maybe it is love, but I feel like it's deeper than that. Like maybe it's a relationship with someone in your family that you really used to connect with, or maybe someone passes away and maybe you didn't connect with them how you wish you could have. It's something like that. Or maybe someone moves away, you know? I just feel like there's a sense of disappointment that you feel like was on your behalf. But I do also feel like with you moving through these energies with this moon energy, when you learn to become comfortable, when you learn to adapt to what your heart is feeling, what your instinctual side is feeling, you'll be able to cope with things better. Yeah? All right, so let's look into the beginning of your May. So we have 5 of Wands in reverse. This could be dealing with the Virgo. With this 5 of Wands in reverse, I feel like you're realizing in the beginning of your May that fighting, being combative, being super aggressive, it doesn't get you anywhere. And what I like about seeing this is that you're really starting to realize that you need to find different ways to deal with things, because I do feel like in the beginning of your May, there's lots of burdens that you're trying to overcome. There's things that you need to let go of. There's things that you need to stop putting so much energy into. And even with the heartache and loss card, it was saying the love that you've been putting in other people, you need to put it in yourself now. And so, yeah, like, wow. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles. It's time for you to end the cycle in the beginning of May. I think you'll start to feel like it's time for you to choose yourself. Yeah, with the Fool card here, this is your card. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you may be going on a new path internally, like you're finding new ways to deal with yourself. But I also feel like this is just a new you. Like you're choosing this 2 of Wands. You're choosing this new found passion. You're choosing yourself for once. But it's not just you. It's like the real you, Aries. It's like the internal you. It's the you that nobody gets to see unless they're super close to you. It's the you that sometimes you're afraid to even confront. It's the Fool. You're choosing a new path within yourself. Now, if we move to the middle of your April, we have Ace of Cups, so there is like a newfound emotional stability. Usually, I would say this is a new relationship, but for most of you, I do think this is more about falling in love with yourself. Because I feel like with all of this moon energy, this heartache and loss, it's about tapping back into who you are. Like, what are you comfortable with? What do you value? What are your securities? What do you value emotionally? And so with the Ace of Cups, it leads me to believe that you started this new pathway, obviously in the beginning of your May, but once you segue to the middle, it's like now you're focused on your stability, Four of Pentacles. Now you're focused on keeping certain things to yourself, whether that's feelings, whether that's like literally like monetary wise, like maybe you're not spending money on people anymore. Maybe you're like, you know what, they don't deserve that. Maybe I should keep it to myself. It's like you're focusing back on you, Aries. I just kind of feel like in the past you had an issue with trying to overcompensate for your own self by taking care of others. I feel like you had a lot on your plate. And even the things that you were doing, it was causing conflict, but you still were like dedicated to helping, to working with those other people, even though they didn't serve you. And so that kind of concerns me because Aries usually is about, doing things for yourself, going after your own ambitions. And maybe it was your ambition to help these people, but at the same time, it almost feels like it was forced because you couldn't find the strength to focus on yourself. And so definitely in the middle of May, I see that being released. I see you focusing on yourself. I see you not telling people what you have going on. I see you really just like solidifying who you are, and staying true to that. But if there are anyone who is attached to the situation, we have Sag, we have Scorpio, and Libra with this card. So there are lots of, different signs here. So that, like I said, I just think you had a lot on your plate, and I think there's different people who play different parts within the situation. But what I like about this, you're definitely building a foundation for yourself, and it looks very stable as far as emotionally for your life. And this is also has to do with that adapting with this moon energy. You're adapting to the things that are going on around you, and you're becoming stronger emotionally because of this. Let's see what this Ace of Cups energy is coming up for. Oh, that came out quick. Alrighty. That's too many cards. Hold on. Okay. So we have Justice in reverse. So I definitely think you're letting go of an injustice when it comes to love, or maybe you're literally divorcing someone. Seven of Swords in reverse. You're becoming more aware of something that either you had a part in, or maybe someone who you had this marriage or relationship with. You're becoming more aware of the faults within that. King of Pentacles in reverse. You realize that it doesn't work anymore. It's not practical to work with this person, around this person. And I feel like they drain you monetarily. And then with the Four of Swords, you're not putting in action, but you are actively thinking. You are literally looking at what's happening, as far as what part do you play within this relationship, or what part do you play. And when I say relationship, I don't just mean love. I mean any type of relationship where you were giving more than you were getting back. It's like it wasn't reciprocated, but okay, it's making sense. The reason that you're finding this emotional stability is because you're realizing what was not being conducive to you having it in the first place. So it's gonna hurt with the heartache and loss, but remember, the number 3 is all about creating. So once you figure out that that's what was happening, you can create and you can adapt to that, which is what this moon card is coming in, which also goes into this Ace of Cups. So it's like emotionally you become more stable because you are more aware of what was not serving you and what needed to go. So like, yeah, it might hurt, but at the same time, it's definitely worth it. You definitely start to see who you can trust. I think that you become a little bit more logical in, what you keep to yourself, what you share with others, and that in multiple ways. Let's get a little bit more energy on this Four of Pentacles. What are you saving? What are you keeping to yourself? Because I do feel like it's more of like a keeping to yourself type of energy. Oh. Yeah, the World. So you put an end to how you usually deal with other people, what you spend on other people. I keep thinking it's about spending. Yeah, King of Pentacles. Yeah, you're becoming more aware of like how you're spending your money. I think someone may have been using you in the past, or maybe someone was um, like financially exhausting you. Like you were their ATM for a lot of you, and that could be emotionally, physically, financially. So you're learning to put a stop to that, you know. And so with that happening, it definitely opens the gateway for you to be more emotionally stable. You just have more stability in your emotions because you're not being drained, is what I'm saying. Now, when we move into your future, Aries, not your future, the end of your May, the end of your May, we have the Death card in reverse. So usually when I see this, I think transformation, but I also feel like there's a little bit. I'm getting a sense of deception, or maybe you're starting again with someone that did you wrong in the past. Hold on. And maybe dealing with the Leo. We have a Leo here. And then I'm seeing Two of Swords. So it's like you're debating this yourself. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel two conflicting energies. It's like you ended it before, but maybe you're going back to it now. Or this is a situation where you're starting something with someone that you ended it with before. Does that make sense? I just feel like it's a situation where you may be going back towards something. That's the vibe I'm getting. Or maybe like this person has energies that are consistent with someone from your past. You're definitely conflicted by this. You're going back and forth, but I almost feel like it's a mental thing. What is this Two of Swords coming up for? Let's get a little bit more energy. All right. So we got Two of Pentacles. So you're trying to choose your path. Seven of Swords. Yeah. So it's almost like you're trying to decide if you want to go back towards this person that you feel isn't always truthful, or it's like intuitively you know that something is off, but like you still want to give this a try. And even with the Strength card, it's like you may have doubts, but at the same time you're willing to put that aside because you feel like your doubts maybe are something that came from past traumas, and you're like, you know what, I have to stop being so caught up. Maybe I feel like maybe you feel like you have to stop holding grudges or something. What is this this Death in reverse energy? Why is this showing up? Yeah, the World. So you definitely ended this cycle before, but you're going back towards it. You can't wait anymore to have your happy ending. Lover's energy. You know that this is your person, or you feel like this is your person, but you can't wait to put the time in anymore. You're ready to have it back. You're ready to go towards it now. You need it now. That's what I'm hearing. You need it now. You're not comfortable with the way things are. And for some of you, I feel like either this other person or you are not financially stable, but you still somehow feel like you need to go back towards them. You feel like things aren't right when you're not with them. And so you're willing to go towards them, rushing in, even if it's not the time. Who is this person? What other signs can I get for Aries that are going back towards this person, or people that Aries are dealing with? Energies, please. There's a Cancer here that's showing up. Leo, Cancer, cusp is what I'm seeing. This is a person who's very loving, though. They're very affectionate, and they're comfortable with their emotions, but I think this is what you like about them. But at the same time, I feel like maybe in the past you weren't able to show this affection, or maybe you weren't comfortable with it yet, and now you're like full throttle. Now you're like, no, I have to show them how I feel. But I almost feel like it might not be the right timing anymore. Maybe this other person may feel like they need to have solitude. They need to have time before they commit. But then also with the Emperor, they may see you as, this is you coming up. So maybe you feel like, I've had my time of being single and now I'm ready to go towards you. Or this person may see you as the Emperor, but they also are feeling like, because this is like Cancer energy as well. Maybe they're feeling like, I need a little bit of time to to heal, but you're ready to go for it. So in May, I feel like you are charging towards this person, but I am a little worried just because I feel like like how can you charge towards something if it's not time? But with this Six of Pentacles here, you feel like this is the one. This is the person that you want to share your things with. Anything bad that happened in the past, you're like, I'm done with it. It's already gone. The devil coming up here, you've let go of anything that was holding you back, and you're ready for love. You're ready for love. Wow. Okay. But are they ready for love? That's the thing. Are they ready for love? All right. Well, Aries, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. My hair is pissing me off, y'all. Like, I need my brush, but I don't know where it's at. That's a whole nother video. Anyways, if you would like a personal reading, make sure you email me at lovefromaleo@gmail.com. I can let you know my prices. If you are looking for different readings and intuitive messages or extended messages for your sign specifically, you can sign up to my patreon.com/lovefromaleo, where you'll have access to readings you will not see on YouTube. Also, I want to let you guys know that I do have 2 Instagram accounts. They're separate. I have one that is for my personal stuff, and I have others. The other one is for all of my tarot, everything. So yeah, just let me know what you're looking for, and I hope you choose to follow me on those platforms. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.